Hey everybody, welcome back to the Batfeed, your source for Batman news, lore, and so much more. On today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing this guy. For those of you who don't know, Noah and I are working on a stop-motion project, and we're going to be utilizing Mezco's Batman line. I got the Sovereign Knight right here, and I have the Ascending Knight currently. I haven't done a review video on him, but I wanted to review this guy because he's really cool, and I think you guys will think so too. So let's jump right into it. So basically right off the bat, you just got the box, right? For the purposes of this video, I have already taken him out of here. It's empty, but it's very nice. It's got like a sheen to it. It's got all the stuff on the back. One of my favorite things about Mezco is when this comes with it for the 112 collective. It's like basically, here's the guidelines for our product, and this is not meant as a toy for kids. It's meant as a adult collector's item. So right here we got the figure. They usually wrap them pretty extensively in plastic, so there's that. Sorry for the shaky stand. Gonna have to get a new one at some point. It's kind of old, but yeah. Right off the bat, we got this guy right here. Pretty great looking. The capes on these guys are awesome. They like can go over the front like that. When you hold them out, it's got like the whole bat shape thing going, so you can pose it that way. You can fold it back over. The cloth costume is always one of my favorite things about Mezco. It's like a soft figure, so to speak. Really good posability, lots of articulation. I won't mess with him too much because I want him to stay limber for the stop motion, but you get the idea. The belt is loose, it comes off in the back, and yeah, pretty cool figure all around. So I'm gonna pull out all these accessories and lay them out so you guys can get a better view of them. All right, again, here's all this stuff laid out. Got a lot of things to work with here. So there's 3 different heads. There's the Bruce Wayne head that comes with this guy. Really good sculpt, like really well done. You've got a battle damaged head where like one side of the face is kind of like claw marked. And yeah, again, really great sculpt on that. And then you've got kind of like a shorter eared one, and he's got baring his teeth a little bit there. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see that. That one, because it has shorter ears, may not have a lot of practical application in like stop motion purposes, but it still looks pretty cool. All right, we've got a whole bunch of hand sculpts down here, as you can see. So we'll start with the first pair, just kind of like slightly open to hold stuff. You can put the batarang in between the fingers there, the big guy. I'm guessing you can do it with the small ones. I'm not going to take these small ones out right now just because they can get lost pretty easily and they're pretty safe in there. So that's the first set of hands. Second set of hands is good for like if you're shooting photos of your figure. These fingers are a little more open here. So like if you wanted to span that cape out and have him like holding it or something like that. Could have his arms out with those hands, kind of just like, boom. So that's the second pair of hands. Third pair of hands is kind of another variation on slightly open, but like a little less open than the other ones. And you can you can also position batarangs in between the fingers there. This one looks a little more like he's holding something, so that might be preferable. And then these two hands you have with the trigger finger, so he can hold either the grapnel gun or the sonic gun in either hand. You got the sonic gun right here. It's just got like a radar dish. It's got really cool like pattern on there and texture. Pretty straightforward, pretty high-tech looking. As opposed to the Ascending Knight, where some of his gear is like a little more rough around the edges because he's first getting started in his career. We've got the grapnel gun. Kind of the same shape roughly as the sonic gun, but you got this this grappling hook head, which goes right in there like that. So when you're posing him, you can have him with it in like that. The other piece that you can put on there is this one with the string. I might customize that a little bit just because for stop motion purposes, actual string doesn't work very well. Might have to use wire, might have to use something else that's a little more posable. But the only other hand that he comes with is this kryptonite brass knuckle hand. Really freaking cool. May have to pick up Mezco Superman at some point just so I can shoot a really nice battle scene between the two of them. Again, we've got the batarang. There's like a really big one here. The Ascending Knight also came with a big one, but it was like way larger than this, the bat brick, and it was like, I still don't even really know what purpose it served, but this giant batarang is pretty cool. Just for scale, it's like basically as large as his bat symbol. So if that gives you any idea. Next up, we've got the bat drone. It's pretty cool. It has kind of limited posability, but the wings move around like that on both sides. They're on a ball joint, so they can go up and down. It's pretty neat, but going to be interesting to see if we're going to incorporate that, because that'll require like wires and a lot of editing around those scenes to get the wires like post-production out of there. But yeah, that's that. And I showed you these tiny batarangs and these heads. So pretty much this figure I would definitely recommend picking up if you're a collector. The head comes off pretty easily, just like that. That's one of the things I also like about these figures. Do be gentle. Mezco has a tendency to be a little more fragile, and if you're gonna be doing a lot of posing, I would recommend heating the joints with a blow dryer or something like that, very, very lightly. It helps loosen things up, but in keeping it from snapping. So yeah, definitely recommend this guy. 10 out of 10. I really like it. And here's me setting him up for a pose.